What's going on, everybody? This is it's almost like I'm live streaming, but I'm not. I shouldn't really look at the chat because you guys aren't talking to me. This is weird. Fun way to start off the video. I'm gonna do, this is one take, and I'm just gonna go with it. Hopefully I can explain it well enough where you understand. But we're gonna be talking about bunny hopping in Apex, and it's kind of like how it was in Counter-Strike. I've been a big Counter-Strike player for like all my life. Well, not the last like 5 or 6 years, but when like Counter-Strike was 1.6, Counter-Strike Source, I really enjoyed that game. And bunny hop it, the Source engine, which Apex runs off the Source engine, has always been really good with like air strafing and bunny hopping and that kind of thing. So I'm gonna try to explain this, and it's gonna be rough because I'm doing this all in one take, and I really don't know how to try to get all my thoughts together in this video, but we're gonna try to do this together, and hopefully you can understand me, and then if you don't, that sucks. I apologize. I didn't explain it well. But I'm just gonna queue up. This is literally my live stream overlay.
Welcome to Apex Legends.
So I'm gonna lower this. Screw you, Mr. Man. I want to get into this air strafing and bunny hopping thing. As you see, I got on my screen up there is a disclaimer, by the way. This is probably not going to work if you're on Xbox or PS4. If you have like the timing of the gods and you can bunny hop, then I give you all the credit in the world. But this is probably only going to be a PC tutorial typey thingy. So let's just get into this. This is a training mode. So what you're going to want to do, first things first, is you're going to want to go into your settings, and you're going to want to go to your jump, and obviously you have space as your jump. You're going to want to also bind either scroll up or scroll down to jump. It's something that it's a vital thing. And the reason why, if you look on the mouse part of, you see these my mouse movements right there. If you look when I'm scrolling up and down, that every time I scroll down, it inputs, you can see it count. You can see it count. It inputs about like 10 key clicks in less than a second when I'm scrolling down. And that's the reason why we bind it to jump, because we want to have jump timed perfectly, so as soon as I hit the ground, I jump back up, and it's like I'm touching the ground for a split second, and one of those 10 inputs when I'm scrolling down is going to bounce me back up. So that is... What are you doing over here, dude? So that is kind of the basis for bunny hopping. What you're going to do is you're going to just like literally jump across the ground and just start scrolling. If you see, I'm just scroll. And every time you just have to time it, as soon as you hit the ground, you just scroll and it bounces you back up. And you can maintain a pretty constant, if you're just going forward doing this, you maintain a pretty constant speed of moving across the ground. You don't really slow down too much, but you just kind of go in a straight line. And reason why, actually, let me open this bin and grab the stuff out of here. That is the beginning part of this tutorial. So what you're gonna want to do is just practice going across the ground, and actually you don't press forward at all. I lied. Don't even press forward. Just scrolls. You see, I start to lose a little bit of speed, but that's just how. I mean, you touch in the ground for a split second. Obviously, if you're hitting forward, you're going to maintain a little bit more of a movement speed. But the basis for this, and this is how I do it, I actually let go, when I'm bunny hopping, I let go of my forward button. So if you see, I'm not pressing my W key, and I'm trying to just maintain that speed with just the mouse movement. Now is where we get into the air strafing, and air strafing has been in Counter-Strike and in the Source engine for a very long time. So what you want to do when you air strafe, you're letting go of the W key. You can actually hold the W key and do it, but then you're going to be at a weird angle when you're air strafing. So I let go of the W key. And this is actually something you can do with a controller. Like if you're jumping and you're flying through the air, if you air strafe, slowly but surely you can change your trajectory in the air while maintaining a speed. And that's what the bunny hopping, the jumping, bunny hopping plus the air strafing leads into this this movement, this fluid movement that you see on screen. And I'm hoping I'm starting to explain this to you okay, and this is going to be a long video. But all right, this is actually gonna be a super long video. So now that you got the bunny hopping, now you start to learn about the air strafing. Air strafing, what it is when when you're floating through the air, what you want to do is you want to hold either if you're let's say you're turning left in the air. You hold the left, so it'd be A on the keyboard. If you're on a controller, you're holding the left trigger all the way to the left, letting go of your forward. You're letting go of the W key. And what you do is you start to, so don't mind the actual movement on screen, just look at this keyboard. You start to hit A and you start to drag your mouse to the left. I don't know if you can see that I'm dragging it. You start to drag the mouse to the left like this. So you're literally holding A and you're looking left at the same time. And you want to try to do that at a, you know, this is kind of the movement right here. This is what I'm doing when I'm air strafing. Holding left and holding right. So if you want to look left, hold left, or hold A, look left. If you want to go right, you hold D, look right. That's the basis for air strafing. So when you're actually doing momentum through the air, let's say like I get my little jump right here, and I look left and hold A while I'm doing that. If you can see, I'm trying to just look at the keyboard and watch it. You just kind of, you do that little movement, and you start to get this nice fluid motion. And it looks better when you're flying through the air. Like if I was all the way up top and I was like, you know, get a nice arc. It looks better when you're just kind of flying through the air gracefully. That was left, and then this is right here. So that is the basis for air strafing. So now you combine the two, and I do this while I'm crouching. You can do this while you're standing. So now when you're going across the ground, it works really good when you're crouching across this ground. You do the bunny hopping and combine that with the air strafing. So what it looks like is like this, and this is just a circle pattern. As you saw, if you play it back, what I just did there was I ran, crouched, and jumped, and now all I'm doing is holding, I'm scrolling, I'm holding shift. I don't even think I have to hold shift. I'm holding control though, and I am hitting my mouse, or my scroll wheel, while as soon as I'm hitting the ground, and I am air strafing to the right. My mouse is constantly going in the right way, in a right movement, and I stopped there, I failed. But and then I'm also holding D. Now if you do that to the left, it's just literally the opposite on the keyboard, and you start to do this movement where you, if you can get that fluid movement going, you start to do this movement with, you know, going across the ground. As you see, I'm not holding W anymore. Not holding W, but I'm actually gaining speed. That is air strafing and bunny hoppings. That is why it is so good, because you gain speed on the ground without holding W. As you saw when I first started doing this tutorial, I let go of W and you start to lose speed. But the air strafing combined with the bunny hopping gains you speed as you're air strafing around corners. So you actually don't lose any of the, there's no speed penalty while you're air strafing and bunny hopping. It's just kind of it's how it's built into the Source engine to do that. And it's something that's been in the game for a really long time, before Apex was even out, or in the coding or whatever. So that's basically it. I don't really know how to explain it better than that. I apologize that this is a super duper long video, but that is the basis. If you catch my drift. I'm terrible at explaining, and we're doing this in one take, but it works really well. A lot of people will be like, "What's the point of this, Mugs? What do you do? Why are you doing this?" This is a good evasive maneuver. This is if you see somebody doing this across the ground, you're just going to be seeing a little blip, boop, 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 and it raises your evasiveness. You could also, what I found works best with this is using a med kit, and this is why I'm in the training mode. Using a med kit while doing this is the best, I think, form to do this with, because usually when you take a med kit, you move really, really slow and you can't really move too fast and you're kind of like a sitting duck. What I've been doing now is doing the air strafing and taking a med kit. As you see, you can keep your momentum while taking a med kit. Now the timing is hard, but as you see, you can kind of just slightly juke. And if you're taking a Phoenix kit, I've done it with a Phoenix kit where you just start, it takes like 15 seconds for a Phoenix kit, you're just constantly moving back throughout the map. And you can do this while, obviously you can do this backwards, because you don't hold, you're not pressing forward and back. You're literally just taking the air strafing mechanic, and as you see, you're just heading, you know, you're taking your momentum, but you're constantly moving left and right to keep the movement going. That's it. I mean, watch, but go take a second, watch this video, watch the keyboard cam, how it actually works and how it is done. This is how it works, and you can even start with a you know, very limited movement speed and start getting this momentum because of the way it strafes. You don't have to be really moving in a forward direction. If you just start from a crouched state, you just start getting this nice movement. So you can start these Phoenix kits, you know, from almost a standstill or a high heal, the high time period heal. Maybe not the syringe or the first shield potion, but if you start the bigger ones, this is where it starts to matter. And it will help you get away from danger, help you heal while you're on the move, and it just raises your evasiveness, and that's what I found the biggest use. And I've been doing this for so long, like right now, I think if you're starting to learn this, it is really complicated. There's a lot of stuff going on. You have to think about everything. But as you work on it and as you get better, this is something that I can do because I've been playing Counter-Strike since for 20 years ago. I started in 1.4. This is something that I could do really pretty much without thinking, and it was hard to actually remember how to do it because I haven't done it. I haven't played Counter-Strike in such a long time. But now that I have, you know, kind of re-enabled it into my game and into my gameplay. It's like, you know, it's like riding a bike. Now that I know how to do it, it is very simple to understand how to do these air strafes, and you don't have to hold shift while you're doing this. I just smash shift and control while I'm doing this, because reasons. I'm always holding shift to sprint. I will say, if you want to try to get better doing this, download Counter-Strike and play a surf map. That will probably help you out a ton. Surf maps are on Counter-Strike, and you could do this. Then it is a huge tool, and it is just about air strafing, and they have some bunny hops in there as well. But Apex now has it in it, and now that I know I can do it, I'm going to abuse the shit out of it. I don't think this is going to be something that is removed right away. They can get rid of it by saying if you touch the ground once, there's a movement penalty, or they can get rid of the acceleration around corners. But just because of how Apex is, and the fluid movement, and they want everybody to keep a nice fluid speed going into stuff, I don't think this is going to get removed from the game anytime soon. So I think this is something that practice makes perfect, and get going with it. Controller users, Xbox, PS4 users, I wish you all the best. Maybe you have a modded controller that can do these scroll wheel inputs. Again, this is all because of the scroll wheel. As you see, every time I jump, I'm almost hitting the jump 9 times in less than a second. But it is covering a wide range. Like, as soon as I hit the ground, it is covering that time period when I'm hitting the ground, so I'm constantly getting back up. If you could time it where you have one input, and you could do if you have the best timing in the world, go for it. But I will say, Xbox and PS4 users, you can strafe though still. So bunny hopping may not be a thing for you, but strafing around corners, and let me see if I can get up here. Strafing around corners and trying to get from a high area, and maybe if you're jumping off a cliff and somebody's shooting at you, you want to maybe evade their movements. Let go of the forward movements, let go of your W or let go of your forward joystick. Hold left strafe or right strafe and start just, looking to the left very little. Let's see if we can do it here. And we're starting to move. We kind of get that movement, but actually the movement, it's very interesting how it works, but it will help you out. Something to keep in the back of your head. Try it, practice, and, whatever. Tutorial! I did it! It's like a live stream. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you want more tutorials about advanced gear, this is a pretty advanced mechanic, and I will say it's not gonna make you just that much better, but it is something that is it will help you in a little pinch, and, you know, I say you know a lot. It'll help you in those tight situations every once in a great while. So let me know if you enjoyed. Comment down below what other tutorials. I want to do a little Havoc video, and I'm gonna see if I have some Havoc clips, and I'm gonna try to do a little tutorial about the Havoc, because I think that is a gun that needs some loving and explanation, because a lot of people are very confused about it. Otherwise, I will see y'all later. Have a wonderful rest of your day. MugsTV out. Outie. I like these little live commentary tutorial videos. These are fun. Okay, I'm gonna awkwardly go and edit more videos. Love you guys. Peace out.